Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Dan Studios, where we bring you the latest news in a short and informative format, and of course in the comfort of a studio. Now, in order to comply with the government's wishes, we here at Dan Studios have decided to self-isolate, which is why, as everybody can see, we are still recording this in my living room and not in the studio. Well. Look what we have gotten ourselves into, ladies and gentlemen. By now, I'm sure that everyone and everybody will be well informed about what is going on in the world with the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm sure people have seen them on the news, seen them in newspapers, seen them on your television screens, and probably even seen or participated in protests themselves. Now, if you're unsure, you are more than welcome to click the links in my description below to check out my videos explaining to you guys about the Black Lives Matter movement here in Australia. Terrible news, ladies and gentlemen. Not even a day after the Black Lives Matter protest here in Melbourne, a protester has now been tested positive for the coronavirus. I'm done. That's it. I'm done.
Good morning. First to breaking news out of Melbourne, where a person who attended the city's Black Lives Matter protest has tested positive to coronavirus. Emily Rice is live for us this morning. Emily, good morning. The person was potentially infectious in a crowd of thousands.
That's right, Davina. This man in his 30s tested positive to coronavirus the day after attending the Black Lives Matter protests here in Melbourne's CBD on Saturday. The Chief Health Officer here in Victoria made the revelation just a few moments ago, and he says that his department is now trying to contact trace anyone who came into contact with this man. But you can imagine this is a huge task. He was mixing with thousands of people in the CBD. Now, the health officer also said that he was very disappointed that protesters did not heed his advice to stay away from mass gatherings here in Victoria and elsewhere, for that matter, on the weekend. So they have a huge task ahead of them to track down anyone who was exposed to this man.
Now, didn't I warn everybody? Didn't the government warn everybody? Didn't the Chief Health Minister urge citizens to not to attend the protest, as it could lead to a potential second wave of coronavirus infections? Now, let me clear the air about something. Alright, let me clear the air. People, quiet down, settle down. Yo, I got things to say. I gotta express my expressiveness to the world. I am in full support of the Black Lives Matter movement. I 100% agree with what the protests are about, as social injustices continue to happen around the world. But, how can we enjoy the freedoms that everyone is busy fighting for? We're all dead from the coronavirus. Now, the man who had tested positive for the coronavirus did say that he did not develop symptoms until 24 hours after the protest. But it's also not possible that he did contract the disease from the protest. But if he did contract the virus from the protest, that'll mean that there was another personnel in the protest who had the virus. Now, the virus spreads at an extraordinary fast pace. In a matter of seconds, it can spread from one person to the next person. Now, there were around 10,000 people who attended the protest. So, all 10,000 attendees could be at risk of contracting the coronavirus. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't protest the issue of Black Lives Matters, because this issue is an extremely important issue, and we should be taking this to the streets and voicing our opinions so that the government, the higher up people, can hear us. But all I'm saying is to be responsible. It's how we act in the world that can reflect upon every single action that we take. If you have been around anyone who has been tested for the coronavirus, or anyone who have just returned from overseas, or if you think in any way that there was someone you came into contact with that might have some speck of coronavirus, stay home. Stay in your homes. If you feel any sort of unwellness, a sneeze, a cough, random sweats, you're feeling a little bit cold, you're feeling a little bit warm, stay at home. I urge people to stay at home, because we are so close to getting back to normal that, if you think you're okay but you're actually not, and you go out and tens and thousands of people. You could be spreading the disease from you to the next person, to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. And that's another 10,000 people infected positive with the coronavirus. Right now, the number of coronavirus tested positive in Victoria is at 1,600. 1,600. In a matter of days, that can jump from 1,000 to 10,000 just because of one protest. So I urge you, for those who think they are feeling unwell, think there might be a chance of having coronavirus. I know it's hard to imagine yourself with the disease, but if there is a slight little chance, stay at home and trust in the remaining population to fight for you. As we're a team in this matter, you know? If you're unwell, there is someone else who can do the bidding for you. But we cannot help you get well from the coronavirus. That's up to you, right? That's your responsibility to make sure you don't spread the disease. So as a constant reminder, I would like to remind everyone, again, that the coronavirus is a serious issue. We should be compliant with what the government is telling us, as social distancing is still, again, the best weapon for the virus. We need to be understanding that the next couple of months are going to be tough. You know, we're getting better. We're getting so much better. We're so close. We're a month away, a month and 2 tops away from getting back to however normal it may seem to be. Remember to avoid crowded areas if you can. Maintain a good level of hygiene at all times. Always remember to wash your hands, sanitize your hands, and wear face masks if you absolutely need to. Please remember to subscribe, punch that like button, and share our content. As we know, it's a tough time for everyone. We're so close to getting back to normal. We here at Dan Studios want to continue sharing the positive messages of all these news and stories happening around the world. We want to spread happiness, give people the knowledge. We might not have any knowledge, but spread some kind of different opinions so people see a lightheartedness in all situations. And we can get through this together as we're a team. You and I, teammates, forever and ever. BFF, best friends, forever and ever. We will get through this together as a team, as a one, because we are a unit. Alright, I'm your host, Dan. I've rambled on enough for this episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye, everyone.